Hi, thanks for joining us again. We're here with my first book, the second in the series, and we're going to be talking about the Dressing Frames book. Once again, this is brought to you by Elf Culture, and we're just going to do a quick overview for what you can talk about when you go through this with your kids. So if we just open up the book, we end up seeing here on the left that there's a little frame that you can put your own picture in. It can be of your child or of you and your family with your kid, whatever you want to put in here or whatever your child wants to put in here. And then on the right here, we have some very basic straps to just kind of get them used to threading them in and pulling them through as just kind of a early practice. And then as we turn the page, we have smaller buttons and then bigger buttons. So on the left, we have two layers. These are pop-in buttons, so you can just kind of press them in like that. And then these you can just teach to just thread them through like a normal button. And then these are a little bit bigger. You got the bow ties here, and you can just kind of practice taking them on and putting them off of the buttons, just like so. And on the left, on this page, we have a bunch of jacket buttons. So here we have a rock climber, and you can kind of just move them around the page and have your kid just kind of get used to just kind of plugging them in throughout the different areas. So I'm just going to put him very carefully down there. And he fits nice and neat. And then on this end, we have a cloak with different latches that you can kind of latch on. And normally you would need two hands for this, but I'm going to do my best just like that. And so you can teach your kid to just kind of put that in there and in the second one as well. And then kind of just have your cloak all done up like that. And on the next page, we have Velcro. So this is just kind of also color. So you can try to match the blues to the blues, yellow to the yellow, and so on with all of the different ones and kind of getting them used to how Velcro feels on other Velcro surfaces. And that is just kind of good practice for them to kind of move them side to side and get them used to that using Velcro that way. And on the right, we have a zipper, just to kind of get used to moving that up and down, get them used to how a zipper feels. On the left here, we have a pin and kind of just teaching your kid, okay, be safe because this is kind of pointy, and how to just kind of take that off of the latch very carefully, thread it through the shirt without going through the shirt, and then just kind of bringing it up to kind of just rest on the shirt like that. And then we have a more difficult belt here, just from the earlier suitcase, where you might find this on backpacks or on belt buckles, where you just kind of thread that through and tie up the belt like so. You pull that through just like that. And then you kind of just bring it down, just like so. And on the next page, you have two ribbons, which I'm not even going to try to attempt. And you want to just try to tie these two together, teach them how to draw, tie knots, tie them into a bow, all kinds of things like that. And this can be good for dresses or just trying to dress up presents with a ribbon, all that kind of stuff. And then here you have kind of a soccer cleat or a sports cleat that you would use on a field. And so you can just teach them how to tie their shoes and teach them about the importance of wearing these on the field and maybe not around at home on any carpets or anything like that. On the very next page, we also have the boots. So boots, you can teach them how to thread up and kind of tie up a boot and how you would wear this outside in the cold weather or while you're hiking or if it's wet. And then here you have the more traditional dress, and you can just kind of teach how to put these onto the knots just like so. And then for the horse, we have a catch and release buckle, which you press in the middle, pull off, and it comes out like that, and you can just kind of refasten that very easily, as well as a carabiner that you can pinch and take off and put on just like that. And then on the last page, we have a bunch of keys and a key ring. So you can just kind of match up the keys. It's like, okay, where did the keys go? And put them back on the ring as well, just for what you would use of going home or in your car and all that kind of stuff. And on the end, you can get them to put their name, their telephone number, and address in case this ever gets lost. And that has been the second book, my first book. Thank you again, and Elf Culture will see you next time.